Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to stop falling off track with your life goals. If you're someone who wants to make a positive change in your life, it may be you want to start a new diet, maybe you want to start a new exercise routine, maybe you want to become spiritually enlightened, maybe you want to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, maybe you even want to start a business. These are all life goals. These are all positive changes that you're trying to make in your life. However, it's very common that people set goals for themselves and completely fall off track. In a lot of cases, in my life, when I used to have this problem, I used to set a goal for myself. Let's say I wanted to start a new diet, and I would get super excited about doing that new diet for the first week, and I would follow that diet to the T, but then eventually, as time passed, I would slowly fall off track. After the second week, I would start having cheat days. After the third week, I was basically not following the diet at all, and by the fourth week, I was back to where I started. So if that sounds like you, and you want to stop falling off track with your life goals, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some key mindsets that you need to have. I'm also going to be teaching you why you fall off track with your goals, some psychology, and then at the end, I'm going to be sharing with you some secret weapons for how you can actually stop falling off track with your life goals. All right, so how do you actually stop falling off track with your life goals that you set for yourself? Oh man, this was a huge problem for me when I first started my personal development journey 5 years ago. I was trying to start practicing meditation, eating healthier, exercising, getting a girlfriend, and even starting a business. I was trying to do all sorts of things at once. And whenever I would get lazy, whenever I would procrastinate and find myself falling off track, I would feel like shit. And then I would guilt myself. I'd make myself feel ashamed. I'd get frustrated. And then eventually I would give up on my goals altogether. So this was a big problem for me. And once I learned the lessons that I'm going to be teaching you in this video, this is how I actually got myself to actually stick to the life goals that I set for myself and to stick to the positive changes. All right. So why do we fall off track with our goals in the first place? Well, the reason why is because your mind is a system, right? Your mind is a system, and all systems want to maintain homeostasis. That marker is not good. Let's use this marker. Homeostasis. This is the word of the day, okay? So let's erase this. Homeostasis is a quality of all systems, whether it be your mind, your body, even your thermostat in your house. All of them want to maintain homeostasis, which is maintaining a state of equilibrium. All right? So if you have a thermostat in your house, what it does is it basically just keeps the temperature at a certain level. So this is your thermostat, okay? Now, let's say you set your thermostat to 22 degrees Celsius. Okay? Whenever the temperature in your house gets too hot, the thermostat is going to bring the temperature back down. It's going to turn on the AC and bring it down to 22 degrees Celsius. But if it gets too cold, then the furnace is going to turn on, and then you're going to come back to that 22 degrees. All right? This is an example of a system maintaining equilibrium, a very simple system. All right? So your mind also has homeostasis, which means that you naturally want to maintain your comfort zone. Okay, so wherever you feel safe and secure, that is where you want to stay, right? So whenever you are making any change in your life, your mind is going to resist. And this actually helps us in a lot of ways, because let's say you get sick and you have a stomach flu and you're throwing up and you have a headache and a migraine. That feels terrible. And after a couple days, your body's trying to maintain homeostasis. So it's trying to kill off that germ that's in your stomach. And eventually, after a couple days, you'll be healthy and you'll be back to normal. So this is a key survival mechanism that all of us need. Our body maintains homeostasis, and so does our mind. All right, so maybe you have a really emotional day at work where you're super sad and very stressed out, and you're on the brink of having an emotional breakdown. The next day, after a couple days, your mind will eventually level out and go back to normal. You'll forget about your bad day and you'll go back to being your normal self. Okay? So homeostasis helps us out, but the problem is that whenever you're trying to make a positive change in your life, let's say you're trying to quit smoking, let's say you're trying to quit eating junk food, or maybe you're trying to start a new habit like meditation, homeostasis is going to resist that new pattern because your mind doesn't know the difference between what habits are good for you and what habits are bad for you. All your mind wants to do is just stay the same, basically. All right. So the key here is that we need to expect homeostasis. We need to understand that it is going to happen. Any change we make, let's say I'm trying to work out every single day. At the beginning, it's going to be tough. My mind is going to resist it. I'm going to feel lazy. But as that exercise routine becomes the new normal, as you get used to it after a month or two, then that new exercise routine is going to become your new normal, right? So basically, if you're stuck at 22 degrees and you want to increase the temperature of your life up to 25 degrees, right? You're going to be fighting against the forces of homeostasis. All right. So what are the key mindsets that are going to help us deal with this natural force of homeostasis? Well, first of all, we're going to lost my train of thought. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to expect that homeostasis is going to happen. Okay? And it's important to understand that whenever we're growing in our life, all growth is not linear. Okay? Many people think that when they start a new habit, this is how their growth is going to be. Okay? Growth. Most people think that growth in life is like this. No, that's not how it happens. This is a wrong expectation. And if you have the wrong expectation, you're going to get frustrated and you're going to quit and you're going to shame yourself, and it's going to be a mess. The right expectation, this is how true growth actually happens. If you're trying to make a change in your life that's worth it, right? It's going to take effort, and this is how the growth curve is going to look. All right? So you're going to make the change, you're going to grow, and then you're going to have what's called a backlash. Okay? This little dip here is the backlash. All right? So this is you feeling lazy. This is you feeling unmotivated, procrastinating. This is you falling off track. Let's say you're starting a new diet. The backlash is your cheat day. All right? This is completely normal. This is how all growth happens, whether it's in your spirituality, in your diet, your fitness, in your relationship, business, anything. This is how growth happens. So you're growing, and then your mind is like, oh, stop changing. Stop creating changes, and then it's going to backlash, okay? But the key is that as long as you expect that backlash, you accept it, and then you keep making effort anyways, then you're going to grow even more, right? And then you're going to get another backlash. Okay? So this is how you are going to get to that life goal that you set for yourself. Not an upward trajectory like this, but it's going to be up and down, up and down. You're going to be taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back all the time. Okay, so all growth is always 2 steps forward, 1 step back. All right? So what are the mindsets that are going to help us deal with this truth? So first, if you want to achieve any life goal, the reason why most people don't actually get to where they want to go is because they don't have a clear vision. All right? This is the key that made the big difference for me in my life. About 5 years ago, when I started making all these personal development changes in my life, I wasn't clear about what I actually wanted, why I wanted it, and by when. So most people, when they set goals, the way I used to do it was I would say something like, oh, I want to be more healthy. I want to lose some weight. And that's your goal. See, that's not a good goal. Okay? It's too vague. Your mind can't help you because you're not setting a specific goal. So really, if you want to lose weight, you need to say, I want to lose 20 pounds in 3 months because it's going to give me more energy. It's going to make me look better. I'm gonna have a 6-pack. It's going to make me happier. I'm going to be able to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I'm going to look better for my presentations at work. All right? Just drink some water. So we need to have this clear vision. All right? And this is the key mistake that I used to make and that most people make. They're not clear about what they actually want. So whenever you work with a life coach, for example, by the way, I'm a life coach. Whenever I work with my clients, I ask them, okay, so what do you want? They're like, oh, I just want to do what I'm passionate about for a living. Great. That's an admirable goal. Awesome. But then I ask, okay, so what are you passionate about? Oh, well, I'm not really sure. I don't really know what I like. It's like, oh, okay, well, how do you expect to get there if you don't really know what you like? It's like, why do you want to do what you're passionate about for a living? What will that give you? So let's say they know, okay, so I'm passionate about music. I want to be a musician and I want to make a living making music. It's like, okay, awesome, great. Why do you want to do that? Why? This is a big question. This is getting to the goal under your goal. So most people think, oh, I just want more money. It's like, no, you don't want more money. You want what the money is going to get you. All right, so you say, okay, I want more money. Why do you want more money? What will that give you? Oh, okay, if I have more money, then I'll be able to move into a nicer home. Okay, and then what will that give you? It's like, oh, well, then I'll be able to execute on my passion. I'll be able to make more music because I'll be able to have a recording studio in my home. Oh, okay, great. What will that give you? It's like, oh, when I have that recording studio, then I'll be able to make music. I'll be able to be creative, and then I'll be able to put my art out into the world, and then I'll feel good because I'm inspiring the world, and I'm sharing my gift with the world, and that'll make me feel good. Right? And then I'll have a legacy. I'll impact the world in a positive way. It's like, okay, great. So at the beginning, you thought you needed more money, but actually, you want to impact the world in a positive way with your music. Okay, see how that's a big difference? This is we're digging into the core of your goal. So whatever you want, whether it be a losing weight, starting a meditation practice, or starting a business, always ask yourself, what will that thing give me? All right? And then keep asking that until you get to the core motivation, until you start feeling excited and giddy. Okay, that's your core motivation. That's your clear vision. Okay, and then we're going to hold on to that. Right? So the clear vision is, okay, I'm going to make money making music because that is what's going to make me happy. All right? Now, let's get into the other mindsets. So the first mindset here is that we're going to detach from results. This might sound counterintuitive, but once you have the vision of what you want and why you want it and by when, you're going to let it go. Let it go. You don't actually need that thing, okay? It sounds counterintuitive. You might think you really need your goal. You really need more money, or you really need to lose weight. But really, you don't really need to lose weight. Don't worry about the result. Instead, focus on the process. So don't focus on losing 20 pounds. Instead, focus on eating healthier. Okay? So, for example, in my life, I want to have more subscribers on YouTube. Okay, that's the result. Great. That's the goal. Instead of focusing on that and always worrying about how many subscribers I have, instead, I need to create a process that is going to get me more subscribers. What kind of process do I need? Well, I need to make consistent content, and I need to make good content that actually helps people, right? That people want to see more of, right? And then I need to do that consistently over a long period of time. So that's my process. This idea comes from Seth Godin in his book, The Practice, an amazing book for doing what you're passionate about for a living. I recommend checking it out. But focus on the process, okay? Because the other day, I made a video, and it was one of the best videos I've ever made in my entire life. But when I finally stopped recording, I went to go check the camera, and my memory card ran out, and I was out of focus, right? And I felt so sad because I poured my heart and soul into making this video. It's one of the best videos I've ever made. And then I went to go check the camera, and it was a complete goof. And I had to delete the video. So normally, if I was only focused on the result, I would beat myself up. I would shame myself. Why didn't I check the memory card? I would get frustrated, and then I would lose my motivation. I would quit. Okay? But here's the thing. Don't reward yourself only when you get the result. Reward yourself for doing the right process. Okay? So I told myself, I said, Adam, you didn't get the result. You didn't get a good video that you can post on YouTube, but you did the right process. You actually made the video. Okay? So I actually rewarded myself for the process. And that's the key. Don't reward yourself for the result, reward yourself for the process. Okay? So whatever goal you want, make a process, and then reward yourself for it. Next. Falling off track is growth. This is a massive one. If I had $1 for every time I fell off track with my life goals, I'd be a millionaire, right? This is completely normal. Falling off track is totally normal, and you need to reframe it to yourself so that you actually see falling off track as growth. Okay? Because if you remember our arrow here, even on even when it seems like you're falling off track, you're actually still moving towards your goal. but it's just a very rocky journey. Okay, this is how it normally works. So the next time you're in the trenches and you are procrastinating, you feel lazy, you haven't worked on your goal in over a week, all you've been doing is distracting yourself, hanging out with your friends, watching TV, doing drugs. Instead, allow that. Learn the lessons. Actually learn that, okay, when I distract myself and watch TV and do drugs, that doesn't make me feel that good. So actually observe yourself failing so that you can succeed. Okay, check out my video, Observing versus Judging. This is a very key distinction that I can't go into in this video, but observe yourself falling off track. Don't judge yourself, just observe with curiosity. Observe the mechanism of homeostasis and actually appreciate it. Appreciate how your mind works. Okay? This helps if you have a meditation practice, and check out that video that I linked. Okay. My favorite mindset. Next, do or do not. There is no try. This is what Master Yoda said from Star Wars. Okay? So when I decide what I want in my life, this is what I want. I want to be a successful YouTuber. I want to have a business online where I help people with their personal development, with their spirituality. Okay, and I want to be a speaker and an influencer. Okay, that's what I want. That's what I've decided that is going to happen in my life. I'm doing this. It's not like I'm going to try to become a speaker, or I'm going to try to achieve my goal. This goal is being achieved by me. I'm going to make it happen because it's worthwhile for me. This is what makes me feel happy. This is my why. I like impacting people. It makes me happy. All right? So it's do or do not. There is no try. When I talk to some coaching clients, there was this one client, I was asking him to take some action on his goal of doing what he's passionate about for a living. And I said, okay, man, so we've decided that you need to go online, you need to research one book about traveling and making a travel blog. That's what he wanted to do. So you need to find one book about making a travel blog. Then you need to read it, and you need to, come back to me and report back to me what you learned. And he said, okay, sure, I'll try. I said, no. You're going to get the book, you're going to read it, or you're not going to get the book and you're not going to read it. There's one or the other. You are at the center of your life. You have the power to decide what the result you want in your life is going to be. When you say, oh, I'm going to try to achieve my goal, really what you're saying is, I am not in the position of power where I have no say whether or not the goal gets achieved. But it has to do with the external forces out there. It has to do with whether I feel like it or not. No, see, successful people, they make a decision of what they want, and then they have faith in themselves that they are good enough to actually do it. Okay, and they don't try, they do. Or they do not, but they don't try. All right? Now, let's talk about the secret weapons. These are some secret weapons that you're going to need to actually stop falling off track with your life goals. Let's take a drink of water. Okay, first, secret weapon number 1. Secret weapon. Number 1. One at a time. Okay, so if you want to make a change in your life and it's important to you, let's say you want to start practicing meditation every single day. I talk about that a lot in my channel. Check out my video, How to Meditate for Beginners. That's the most important personal development habit for any human being. If you don't meditate, you're lost in your life, okay? So one change at a time. So if I'm starting my meditation habit, I can't also be starting my exercise habit, my eating healthy habit, and also starting my business at the same time, and waking up at 5 a.m. and doing cold showers. So, it's too much. Okay? Your homeostasis mechanism is going to trigger extremely strongly, and you're going to freak out, and then you're going to just quit all of them. Okay? Have you ever been there? I've definitely been there a lot of times. So we just want to do one at a time. Okay, so pick one and do that for a month. So pick the meditation, just meditation. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything else. Just meditate every day in the morning. That's it. It's the only thing you have to focus on. Just meditate. Okay? And you have to make an identity shift too. This is a side point. Okay? So instead of saying, I'm someone who doesn't meditate, who's trying to meditate, you have to actually switch that and say, I'm someone who meditates every day now. This is who I am. Okay? And as you meditate every day, realize that every day you decide to meditate, that is who you are becoming. Okay? This is a good idea from James Clear's Atomic Habits. Okay? Your habits shape who you see yourself as. So me personally, Adam, I'm someone who meditates every day. And every time I sit down to meditate, I'm casting a vote for the person that I want to be, which is someone who meditates. Okay, that's from James Clear. Amazing. So only do one at a time and make that identity shift. Okay, actually realize that you are a person who does the new thing. I eat healthy. I am an entrepreneur. I am an influencer. I am attractive to the opposite sex. Okay, girls love me. Guys love me. Okay? You actually have to become that person. And then you have to take the action so that you can see yourself becoming that person. All right, so we're making one change at a time. You have to make it a habit. Okay, that was the second secret weapon. Make it a habit. Okay, same time every day. All right, so decide on your process, right? So I want more subscribers. So my process is making videos, and I'm doing it at the same time every day. So it's during the day, okay? Like in the morning after I wake up, okay? So decide a habit and do it at the same time every day. So we already talked about detaching from results. Okay, so now we're almost done. This is all the info I have for you. Now we have the last, this is the advanced mindset. This is like the bonus you get for making it to the end of the video. This is the real juice right here, okay? This is an advanced mindset. Advanced. All right? And that mindset is life is about the journey, not the destination. So yeah, sure, whatever goal you have for yourself, that's important. And I want you to achieve that, which is why we spent this whole video sharing with you all the tips that you need. But don't forget that you do not become happy by achieving a goal. Okay? You become happy by enjoying the journey of life. Okay, I remember when I was in Italy and I was with my family, and we were driving in Calabria in the south through the mountains on the highway. It was beautiful. And we were going to the beach. All right? Now, while I was driving, I was fully appreciating the mountains, the scenery, the trees, the houses. Italy's a beautiful country, okay? And it's important that you enjoy the drive to the beach just as much as you enjoy the beach, okay? Because if I was driving, right? I wasn't driving, my dad was, but I was in the back seat, and I was, let's say I was sleeping, right? I would miss the entire journey. Or let's say I only cared about the beach, so while I was in the car ride, I was reading a book. Or maybe I was on my phone or something. I would be missing half of the beauty of Italy. I would be missing the drive to the beach, which is just as nice as the actual beach. Okay? So when you realize that life is about the journey and not about the destination, you realize that you have to cultivate internal happiness first. Don't predicate your happiness upon whether or not you achieve your goal or not. Really, your goal has nothing to do with your happiness. Okay? It's nice, it's a bonus, but really what you want is to be happy and to feel good. That's what you want. You don't really want your goal. You want the way that your goal is going to make you feel. So you don't really want a sexy girlfriend or sexy boyfriend. Yeah, that would be nice, but you don't need that person to be happy. You already feel so damn good that you don't need that other person to be happy. So life's about the journey, not the destination. And in order to actually embody this advanced mindset, you have to be practicing meditation and you have to be cultivating your internal abundance. Right? And the way you do that, check out my video, How the Law of Attraction Actually Works. I talk about this a lot more. But you actually can't achieve your goal unless you don't need your goal. Okay, just in the same way, whereas if I'm talking to a girl and I'm trying to attract her, I'm flirting with her, right? I can't convince her to sleep with me or whatever, which is basically what guys are trying to do, girls. They're just trying to convince you to sleep with them. That's basically what it is. I can't do that effectively if I really need her to sleep with me so that I can be happy. Or as a girl, if you need a cool and smart and strong boyfriend to make you happy, then you will repel all of those guys. Because those guys don't want a needy girl that needs them to be happy. What those guys want is they want a girl who is already happy and is going to add to their life. All right? So when you are making the goal, the destination, when you are making that the most important thing, you're forgetting about the journey. And really, life is about being present in the moment and being grateful for what you already have now. Okay, so if let's say you want to renovate your house, that's great, right? But do you need to renovate your house? Maybe you can just enjoy the way your house is right now. Because if you think the renovation is going to make you happy, it's not. Really, what's going to make you happy is appreciating what you currently have. Then from that place of where you already feel good, then make that decision whether or not you want to drop 50 grand on renovating your house. Okay, or business people, entrepreneurs, they spend their entire life chasing after money, thinking that if I just get millionaires, they could retire, right? And but a lot of them don't understand that $2 million is not going to make you any happier than $5 million, or vice versa. Okay? You have to appreciate the money you have now, and then from that place, you're going to have a more positive vibration, and then the universe is going to help you out, basically. Okay? You're going to live a happier life, and that's really what you want. Okay? So that was the advanced teaching. That's all I have to say in this video. Just to summarize, So the reason why you have problems sticking to your life goals and why you keep falling off track is because you don't understand homeostasis. Okay, so homeostasis is your mind trying to stay safe and comfortable, and you don't have the right expectations, basically. Right? So this is how your growth journey is going to look. It's going to be up, down, up, down, up, down. So expect this. Don't expect this. Okay? Because if you expect this, this is going to make you quit, and this is going to discourage you. All right? Also, you want to detach from results. Okay, focus on the process. You want to have a clear vision. So you want to know what you want, why you want it, and by when. All right? And then you want to connect to that vision every day. Think about it while you're in the shower. Think about it while you're brushing your teeth. Write it down. Review it. And then let it go. Then don't worry about it. Okay? It's very counterintuitive. Focus on the process. Falling off is part of your growth, and you do or do not, there is no try. All right? So if you like this video, if it helped you, subscribe, because I have more videos like this. My mission for this channel is to help you understand your own mind and understand your own consciousness so that you can realize your full potential as a human being, so that you can squeeze the full juice out of your life. Because on this channel, I want to help guide you towards the higher consciousness pleasures of life. So you're not just focused on, making money and eating food and having sex. All that stuff is really important. Okay, and there's a lot of pleasure you can derive from eating healthy food, making money in a conscious way, and having conscious sex. That's great. But really, what existence is truly about is about becoming a conscious individual, which means understanding what reality actually is, understanding your place in the universe, connecting deeply to being, becoming a great meditator. All right. So that's what I'm dedicated to helping you with on this channel. If that sounds good to you, subscribe. I have new videos coming out every week. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, message me on Instagram. For now, if you're seeing this video later, then maybe not. But for now, I'm offering coaching sessions. So DM me on Instagram. We'll have a chat. I'll help you work through all of this stuff. Okay, and more. Right? I can also help you with your spirituality, all that stuff. And yeah, stay tuned. Got some awesome videos out. Hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next one.